ZENLESS Zone Zero is around the corner, and I am super excited for the game to release. I wanted to make this video for people who are as excited as I am and want to know more about this jazzy game. Feel free to skip to different topics if you want to know more about a particular one in the description. What is ZENLESS Zone Zero? ZENLESS Zone Zero is a 3D action game on both PC and mobile where you use cool and hot characters to fight and beat up enemies using different mechanics, which I'll get into later in the video. The game takes place in a city called New Eridu. It's the place where you can take quests from different NPCs or play the story. The music in this game is great, and I'll be using it throughout the video. When I listen to the music or see the game's setting, I get the same vibes as two of my favourite games, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk and Jet Set Radio. So if that sounds intriguing, I urge you to give it a try when the game releases. Currencies. Now I'm going to explain the 5 different currencies in the game: Polychrome, Encrypted Master Tape, Boupons, and Monochrome Film. The most important currency in the game will be called Polychrome. For people who have played either Honkai Star Rail or Genshin, this is the equivalent to Stellar Jades or Primo Gems. If this is your first gacha game, this will be the currency that you will use to convert to summons. This brings me to the next currencies: Encrypted Master Tape and Master Tape. These two will be used to get the cool characters and weapons you want. Encrypted Master Tape is equivalent to Star Rail Special Passes or Intertwined Fates, and Master Tape is equivalent to Star Rail Passes or Acquaint Fates. When summoning for banner characters, you'll be using these currencies. The next currency I'll be talking about is Boupons. Boupons are used for the Bangbu special banner. Bangbus are pretty much the 4th teammate, however you don't control them as you would with other characters. These little creatures grant team-wide buffs, taunt enemies, and attack alongside you. On the Bangbu banner, you can receive different ranks of Bangbus, with the highest rank being S rank. The final currency is Monochrome Film. This is the paid currency, and is only available through buying from the store. You can convert Monochrome Film to Polychrome to be able to get more summons. Other types of materials. This section will be brief, as these materials are quite easy to understand. Dennies is the money in this game. You will need Dennies to pretty much level anything up. To level up your character, you will use Investigator Logs. To upgrade your weapon, or in this game called W Engines, you will use the W Engine Energy module. And to level up your relics, which in this game is called Drive Discs, you will use Aether Planting Agents. I'll delve deeper into Drive Disc a bit later in this video. Factions and characters. Now on to my favorite part of the game, the characters. Each character is full of over-the-top animation and style, and I love every bit of it. Each character is a part of a faction. In total, as of recording this video, there is 7 different factions, each having their own unique characters associated with them. The list goes: Gentle House, also known as Cunning Hairs, which consists of Anbi Damara, Billy Kid, Nekomiya Mana, and Nicole Damara. Belobog Heavy Industries that have Anton Ivanov, Ben Bigger, Grace Howard, and Coletta Belobog. Criminal Investigation Special Response Team, which has Zhu Yuan. OBOLS Squad has Soldier 11. Section 6, which has my favorite character design since the game first got teased, Hoshimi Miyabi. And Sokaku. Sons of Claydon has, I'm just gonna call her Luciana, and Piper Will. And the final faction, Victoria Housekeeping, which consists of Alexandrina Sebastian, Corin Wikis, Ellen Joe, and Von Lycon. Sorry if I pronounced any of the names wrong. Most of these characters will be playable at launch, and there will be more to come. Another thing to note, which I will go into more in the combat part of this video, is that when you pair agents with the same faction or share the same attribute, they get special buffs, so keep that in mind when creating teams. Drive Discs. As any other Hoyo game, artifacts are a massive part of the endgame, and ZENLESS Zone Zero is no different. Each drive disc set will have its own unique 2-piece and 4-piece set bonus. You can slot in a total of 6 different drive discs, which allow you to have a 4-piece bonus and a 2-piece bonus at the same time. Each disc drive is numbered from 1 to 6, written in Roman numerals. A disc drive has 1 main stat and up to 4 substats. Depending on the disc drive slot it fits in, the possible main stats are: 1. Flight HP, 2. Flat attack. 3. Flat defense. 4. HP %, attack %, defense %, crit rate %, crit damage %, or anomaly proficiency. 5. HP %, attack %, defense %, pen ratio %, element damage %, or 6. HP %, attack %, defense %, anomaly mastery %, energy regen %, or impact %. As stated before, the disk drive can have up to 4 substats, which can range at random from flat HP, flat attack, flat defense, HP %, attack %, defense %, crit rate %, crit damage %, penetration flat, or anomaly proficiency. Please note that the main stat on the disk drive won't be able to appear as a substat. Disk drives come in 3 rarities, B, A, and S. Rarity B's max level is +9, A's is +12, and S's is +15. This means that the higher rarity that the disk drive is, the more upgrades you can receive on your main stats and your substats. To receive disk drives, you have to farm them in Driver Validation, a game mode which requires this game's energy cost, which is battery charge. Stats and combat system. The combat in zenlesszonezero is interesting. Let's start off with the stats. Thank you Pridewind for the information. Each character has 10 different stats. I'm going to go through each stat and explain what they do. Let's start off with the self-explanatory ones. HP is how much an agent can take damage. Attack is how much damage they do. Defense reduces how much damage they take. Crit rate is the chance that the agent lands a critical strike. Crit damage is how big the multiplier will be when they land a critical strike. Energy regen is how much passive energy the agent gets. Impact allows for agents to build up days on enemies quicker. And pen ratio is the percentage of how much defense the agent ignores when attacking an enemy. Now onto more complex stats. To understand how anomaly mastery and anomaly proficiency works, I first have to explain the different attributes in this game. There are 5 different attributes, which an agent will be categorized in: fire, electric, ice, physical, and ether. As stated before, when an agent is paired with someone who shares the same faction or attribute, they will get a special bonus ability. For example, this is Coletta's additional ability when paired with a full team from the Bellabog faction. You'll be able to see if you meet the requirements by the smiley face indicator when creating a team. Now, when an agent attacks an enemy with an attribute damage, they inflict anomaly buildup. When you build up enough anomaly, the enemy will receive a debuff. All debuffs and activation requirements are seen on this chart. Now we know how anomaly buildup works, I can explain how the anomaly mastery and anomaly proficiency stat works. The anomaly mastery stat will increase the buildup of anomaly, allowing for an easier time debuffing an enemy, while anomaly proficiency will increase the damage dealt by it. One more thing before I talk about the combat system is fighting styles. Each agent will have a different fighting style. All this is a way to categorize characters that specialize in different areas. Attack agents are the main damage dealers, able to dish out tons of damage. Stun agents possess powerful control capabilities and excel at dazing enemies. Support agents help aid and enhance the team. Defense agents are the tanks of the team and are able to withstand a lot of damage and counter enemies with ease. And anomaly agents, which specialize in applying anomaly debuffs and are often able to build up anomaly quicker on enemies. Now we can talk about the combat system. As seen here, agents have an energy bar, which they gain from basic attacking, dodge countering, dash attacking, and just over time based on their energy recharge %. This will allow agents to use their special attacks. A special attack is a character's main bread and butter. They use it to be able to chain attack or just do damage. The best way to use a special attack depends on the agent. A main combat system in zenlesszonezero is the daze meter. When enemies are hit, their daze meter goes up depending on the agent's impact. When an enemy reaches 100% daze, they will become stunned. When enemies are stunned, they cannot move and are more susceptible to damage. Additionally, when they are dazed, your team can perform a chain attack. When there are 2 or more agents in your team, you can hit a dazed enemy with a heavy attack to trigger a chain attack. At the bottom of the screen, you will see a QTE. You can click between the left agent or the right agent, which will trigger the agent's chain attack. This is one of the ways to do the most damage in the game. Whilst fighting, you will see the text on your left side. This is your decibel rating. The more you hit enemies, use chain attacks, and dodge, the higher it will increase. Once it reaches 3000, you'll be able to use your ultimate. Please keep in mind that when you do reach that 3000 points, you can only use your ultimate on one character, so use the one that is the most important at the time. These mechanics are the basics of combat in zenlesszonezero and what you will be doing most of the time in the game. I wanted to make this a quick video, so hopefully I covered enough for you guys to be less confused about the different aspects of this game and still have enough to explore on your own. If you have any questions regarding what I said in this video, or just regarding the game, please ask away in the comment section, and I'll try my best to find answers to your question. If you did happen to find my video helpful, please subscribe for more content, as when this game releases, I'm going to be creating helpful guides for characters and game content so you guys will have an easier time with this game. I'm just so excited to play the full game when it comes out on the 4th of July, and I hope you guys have fun with the game as well.